The Boys Conference, happening on the 22nd of February, is poised to be a transformative event dedicated to empowering young boys and addressing the challenges they face today. This significant gathering will bring about, boys from diverse backgrounds, along with parents, educators and community leaders to engage in meaningful discussions and activities. It will feature a variety of talks led by inspiring speakers who are experts in fields such as psychology, education and youth development. We're joined by Mpumelelo Buthelezi, the director of the conference, for more. Sheng, very good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
You know, we often hear of men's conference, especially around February, but you've come up with something totally different. So let's talk about the boys' conference and why do you believe a conference specifically for boys is so critical today?
It's very critical, but we host this conference every February. These are the boys that we've been working with them for the whole year. So last year we were working with the boys, close to 500 boys as an organization. So we come together now to say, okay, this is the conference that we need to iron up or recap on what we have learned, what they've learned throughout the year. So
sorry, just to interrupt you, when you say these are the boys that you work with throughout the year, what kind of work do you guys do?
We do a boys mentorship program. We're running a boys mentorship program. It's a 6-month program to a year program that people, boys, they roll into the program. So we work specifically with football clubs. We know what boys, they are going into sport. So young boys, they're into sport and their coaches, we train their coaches to become mentors because they spend their time with them. So every time, because of the fixture of their nature of the football, they don't have much time of having those seminars on a regular basis. So that's why we have this conference, that we are going to have this conversation with them, speak to them, and iron every challenge that they are facing in the community.
Yeah, and I see the underlying factor here is transformation.
Yes,
this
sir.
is absolutely transformative, especially in the context of grooming young boys to be better men in their different disciplines, in the different communities, and just in their personal lives. So how do you define transformation in the context of this event?
I define transformation in the context of this event as answering the questions that we're going to be brought forward into the event. So there are 5 questions that will be helping the young men to answer. The first question, who am I? That speaks about the identity, because each and every one of us, we need to find ourselves, to know who am I. The second question, where do I come from? That speaks about the background. I need to understand my background. The third question, why am I here on earth? That speaks of a purpose, because anything will be valuable if it's connected to a purpose. So our lives should be connected to a purpose, that's why we're here on earth. And the fourth question, it's the question, what can I do to succeed as a man? That speaks of your talent, of your gift, of your skills. What are skills that we need to learn as a man so that we can be successful? And the last question, which is the fifth question, talks about where am I going? That we speak about the vision. Each and every man needs to have a vision. Need to have a vision for your family, a vision for your country, a vision for your person, for you as a person. So these are the 5 questions that we will be helping young men to answer. We believe that these 5 questions, they influence our decisions. So our decisions are based in once we are able to answer these 5 questions, they are going to be able to take the right decision in life.
I mean, by all means, these are very critical questions. I mean, not only for the context of a boys' conference, but just about every other individual needs to ask themselves those kinds of questions. So do you help them answer those questions, or do you help them understand the basis of those questions in terms of coming up with tangible answers?
Yes, because the conference that we'll be helping, we will do, let's say, we come to the conference, we've got a main group, we separated this main group to 5 groups so that we've got conversations in different spaces of the conference. Then we discuss this topic, each and every topic be thoroughly discussed before the main group will come, and then we speak about it, and the speakers will be elaborating to each and every topic. But there's this conversation to help them, because we need to facilitate and we need to understand how do they understand the topic. Once they understand the topic, then we add what we add from what they have understood. We need to correct what we need to correct and add what we need to add.
Okay, I did mention earlier on that it's on the 22nd of February. Just share the details, when it will be held and how do boys partake in this kind of event?
It will be in Tembisa in a place called Mawokeng. You can, if we're around Tembisa, you can find us in Tembisa. If we're not in Tembisa, you can just go to our social media, Boys Mentorship South Africa. All the details are there, and then you will be able to connect with us. And then you will be part of it.
Absolutely beautiful initiative. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, sir.
Great stuff. All the best in organizing this event. That was the director of the upcoming Boys Conference happening next week, talking to us about the importance of really building young men to be better men in society.